Hello, my name is Amber Moore, and I'm your host of Real Boys Talk. If this is your first time joining me for a Real Boys Talk episode, please grab a chair and let's get into it. If you've been here before, you know how we rock. Basically, this is the viewpoints from the eyes of a stud. This is from a masculine identified presenting female. Mostly, I bring people on to have conversations with me as I do a segment called Shooting the Shit. It is my bros of Sigma Omega Phi Fraternity Incorporated that join me. And this time tonight, you guys have sent me some interesting topics that you wanted me to talk about. One was about kink, one was about healthy relationships, and the other one is about are you present in the relationship? And I figured because this is approaching Valentine's Day, we all are looking at our relationships. So let's have that conversation. I am a single person, so please do not judge the fact that I'm giving you information on something and I don't have a girlfriend. But that's all right. I've had a girlfriend. I've had many girlfriends. So therefore I do have some experience in the way of relationship. Good, bad, or otherwise, doesn't matter. I have had them. So excuse me, we're gonna have that conversation. We're friends here. So we let your hair down, take your shoes off, let's get comfortable. And the biggest thing is what? Take this conversation offline to your friends. What I talk about here, I want to continue this conversation once I leave this microphone. Once this podcast closes, please take this conversation, whether you agreed with my opinion or not, please have the conversation with others. Whether it's a film, other studs, it doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that we are building healthiness and that this is a safe space for studs. We can talk about anything, and I will. Please understand, language, there is no limit. I can say what I want to say. Same thing with shooting the shit. There is no topic that is off limits, not one. So, but tonight we are going to talk about three things: healthy relationships, are you present in your relationship, and the word kink, which I think is interesting. I'm a little bit into it. I'll let y'all know as we go along. I'll share some things with you. Let's talk about some tools for a healthy relationship. I think it's necessary. I think it's right now in today's society, being in a relationship, everybody keeps talking about, am I healed? I'm healing. I'm doing this. I heard a lady say, and I do a lot of listening to what people say, and I take their what they say. Some of it makes good sense, some of it does not. This young lady said, if you come to me and you say you are healed, I don't want to talk to you. And I had to think about that. Why would you not want to talk to somebody to say they're healed? And then she made a very good, valid point. She feels that healing is an ongoing process. You are forever healing. Now, my problem with that is, am I still healing from the same situation, or am I healing myself overall in terms of different, not the same subject of what has happened to me, but I've healed that and I've learned some stuff, and healing is a process of growth. Nah, I can buy into that. So let's talk about tools for a healthy relationship. We must understand that building a relationship is just like building a house. Do you have a foundation? Foundation, interesting. Foundation, in my opinion, consists of honesty, trust, respect, communication, understanding your partner's boundaries. Okay, and sometimes they don't quite know they don't know the boundaries until the situation happens. It happens. We're human beings. You're not going to be able to give me everything about you all at one time. I'm going to have to learn some stuff about you, right? Just like you got to learn about me. You have to want to be active in wanting these building blocks. That's what I call them. The foundation of honesty, trust, respect, communication, and boundaries is actually the building blocks to the foundation. If you don't have them, and I'll tell you this, if you if you don't have an understanding of how to respect your partner, then that foundation is not going to be strong. Can it get strong? Absolutely, it can. It's work. Sometimes, and I say this, sometimes we get in relationships and we still have to build the foundation as we're in the relationship. And what do I mean by that? I'm dating you. I assume, and this is just me, when I'm dating you, I date for a purpose now. I'm older, I'm mature, I know what I want, I know what I'm willing to tolerate, I know what bullshit I'm not gonna deal with. So therefore, when I'm dating for my wife. Okay. If you're not dating for that, then we not gonna make it, right? That right off the rip. That's the building block right there. So that means that if I'm in dating, I'm looking at those elements for our building block. I'm gonna give you honesty, you give me honesty. I'm gonna give you trust, you give me trust. Now, I personally slightly have an issue with trust. Am I able to deal with it? Yes. It's something that I internalize myself. I deal with it. I don't put it on my partner because I know what it is. I know what triggers me. I know what will set me into a motion of having to doubt that trust. But I'm gonna give you the trust in the beginning. It's up to you to break and destroy it. So if we give each other the trust, then automatically we're gonna give each other the respect. And how do we keep the respect and the honesty and the trust? Is because we communicate. If we are not able to communicate, that can in the beginning, it's I hate to say it can be an element of growth. What do I mean by that? As you get to know me, our communication will get better, right? That's a building block. That's why we call it a building block, because that's what I'm looking at is that I'm giving you honesty, trust, and respect. And I might not be that great as a communicator. I might not communicate very well. I got to grow into that. Also, might not know all of my boundaries. I got to grow into that. We can do that together. We can do that together. A lot of people feel like, and this is just me also personally, is that physical attraction, me physically being attracted to you, of course, is the first major step of why I even started talking to you, because you looked amazing and you are gorgeous and you're beautiful. And I want you to be with me. Right. Then that's the set. That's the beginning. That's the first step of getting, hey, let me find out she's gorgeous. I need to know who she is. Then we go into, let me date you. Let me take you out a little bit. Because if I'm taking you out, I'm dating you, I'm learning what you're like. I get to observe you. I get to have a conversation with you. We might decide that we politically aren't compatible there. But can we respect each other's uh what's the point? What's the say we want to say? Can we respect each other's viewpoints? Absolutely, we can. And if we can't, that's a deal breaker for some people. All right. So you want to make sure that you are attracting someone that understands what you're looking for that foundation. Basic elements are honesty, trust, respect, communication, and understanding boundaries. That is the building. That's the beginning. We must work together to have those to be healthy. All right. Now, as we continue to look at this, mutual respect is needed. Okay. And what I mean by that is verbally, emotionally, and physically. Yes, I had to say it again. Verbally, emotionally, and physically, we must respect that. I must not. Verbal respect means that I can sit and listen to you, and I might not agree with you, but I can honestly say to you, that's an interesting viewpoint. I don't agree with it, but I'm good. I can respect it. That's how you see it. We can agree to disagree, right? Because you're not going to always agree with the other person. How boring would that be? Let's just be real. If they agree with everything that you agreed with, that's boring. I don't want somebody that agrees with everything that I agree with. I want somebody who has their own mind, that has their own opinion, has their own viewpoint to the same subject. I might look at it and say, oh, that's a sunshine yellow. She might look at it and go, that's a sunset orange. And I'll be like, wow, I never thought about it like that. She can say the same thing. I never thought about it being a sunrise yellow. You understand? But we're looking at the same picture. That's where you get the understanding that yes, we don't have to see this. We can look at the same picture and see something different from it. That's a respect that I can get a different viewpoint. Another set of eyes is always wanted. Okay. People in healthy relationships respect each other's opinions, feelings, goals, and decisions, even if I don't agree with you. And that's what I mean by that. Okay. Having that. Have that is part of healthy relationship, and we all want that. I don't want you to I guess I don't want you to always, you always fold because you want me to be happy because you think if you disagree with me, I'm gonna leave you. Come on, guys, y'all know there's some people out there that feel that way. that are in relationships right now where they cannot voice their true, honest observation and opinion because they are afraid that their partner will leave them, or their partner will get mad because you don't agree with me. You disrespected me. We have to get past that. Okay, and that's where we get communication at. All right, we have to value the other person's self-worth as an individual that coming into this relationship. You understand? It's very important that we do that. Valuing someone's self-worth. Let me say it again. Valuing someone's self-worth is also a part of loving that person. A lot of people use that word, love. I want to. I personally, I want to love somebody. I'm ready to love somebody. I'm filled with love. But if that's all I got to bring to the table, it's not enough. Now, when I say bring that to the table, what I mean, we're gonna talk about that other stuff because people talk about money and all. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if all I bring to the table is love, I can't communicate. I'm not honest with you. Okay. I don't respect you, but I love you. How can that be? We're gonna get to it, right? When respect is not given, there's an imbalance. Okay. If I don't respect my partner, excuse me, I'm liable to say anything. That's when we get to that point of saying, "Oh, that's my bitch. That's my bitch right there." No, that's disrespectful. That's me not valuing their self-worth. If I can call her my bitch, we not to get. First of all, I'm not gonna do that. But if that is something that someone does with their partner, that's a no-no. First of all, that's verbal abuse. Let me just put it out there if you didn't know. It is. And the person who I said it to should not agree. Yeah, I'm her bitch. No, absolutely not. Don't ever let nobody put you in that position and let that be said to you or about you. And I'm gonna say this. I mean, yeah, I can have a bitchy moment and I can be a true bitch, but that is not what and understand that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about have understanding and respecting the self-worth of the person that I claim that I love. I can't love you if I don't respect you. I can't love you if I'm calling you a bitch. Keep that in mind, right? And if it's not, and then on top of that, when you don't respect your partner, and which will create an imbalance, it also gives the one partner domination over the other. And that brings us to where we get into a whole nother subject of domestic violence. And we're not on that this is not that month. And this is not going to be this show. Okay. We're not going to go there on that part about control and power. We're talking about healthy relationships, and we want to keep it that way. I want to keep it where we're not going to get deep into those subjects. We will, not just on this one. But I am going to talk about healthy versus unhealthy relationships real quick. Okay. We're going to touch on it. If you feel pressure to change who you are to meet your partner's standards, and once again, you're afraid to disagree, that's unhealthy. I'm going to break it to you again. Let me say it one more time. If you feel pressure to change who you are, and what I mean by that is if I met you and you rock in blue and green hair, and that's you, and I cannot accept that, and you feel like to be with me, you need to change that, that's a no. Because if that's who you are and that's what you want, and I'm using something very, very, very trivial when I say hair, but it could be anything that I'm trying to change in you that made you and actually that'll be what attracted me to you, what I'm trying to change. Because if I change something in you, I'm gonna change a bunch of other stuff because they all intertwine to make you who you are. If I can't accept who you are, if I met you in the club and you a club head, you a club girl, then I gotta accept the fact that that's what you're gonna continue to be. And if I can't, I'm trying to change you and make you a housewife and keep you in the house, you're gonna be miserable. Now, there's a respect level to the relationship. If I tell you I'm not a club head, I don't do the club like I used to. I've done it. I don't do it no more. I will go out with you once in a while. If you want to go to the club, I'm fine. I understand it. That's how I met you. You a club head. You a club girl. All I ask is, can we spend time together? Okay, make sure, and this is something else you got to think about. If you are a club head and your partner's not, and I'm just using this as an example, and you know your partner is not into, doesn't like the club, doesn't want to go to the club, but you do, you want to go with your girlfriends, then you must do something to that person wants to do, so they don't mind you going to the club. Which I wouldn't. If we had date night, we got date night. And then you go hang out with your girlfriends. Go. I'm gonna hang out with my bros. We gonna go shoot pool. I like doing that, but you like to go and go with your girlfriends. This is something, and I'm gonna give you an example of how this works. When we as lesbians, okay, and I'm gonna say this, as we as lesbians get into relationships, we cut everybody off. It's just you and me, baby. Just you and me. We gonna go everywhere together. I go to the mall with you. We go to the store with you. I go to the salon with you. I go to the nail shop with you. You go to the barber shop with me. We go shopping together. We go do this. We do everything together. I stop hanging with my boys on Wednesday shooting pool. You stop hanging with your girls on Saturday at the club. You stop going to mimosas, Sunday mimosas with your girlfriends. You stop going to your sorority meetings. You stop going to your community events that you were doing before you met me. No, that makes unhealthiness, guys. For real, that makes unhealthiness, because a day is going to come where I might decide I want to go hang out with my bros. Well, for 3 months, it's just been you and me. I ain't hung out with them. Now you're going to be asking me why you want to hang out with them. Why all of a sudden you decide you want to go hang out with me? Are you going to go see some girls? Y'all going to go be, you see where I'm going? We don't need that. You don't need that. Don't stop what you're doing. I am an addition to your life, not to cut things off in your life, right? Same thing. That means if we doing that, we unhealthy. But if we have date night and then I go hang out with my friends, you go hang out with your friends. Now, mind you, they can be intertwined, because your girlfriends might go to a club. My friends, we might go shoot pool, and then they decide, hey, let's go to such a club. I know my girl there. Do you know the most I have the most fun doing this. Okay. And I've done this with a couple of my exes before, is they go to the club with their girlfriends. I show up with my friends and act like I ain't never met her before. Be like, hello, how you doing? My name is such such, and you're looking really good tonight. How you doing? You ain't got nobody, do you? Or you do that thing, you got a boyfriend, you got a boyfriend, do you have a boyfriend, you got a boyfriend, you ain't got a boyfriend. Oh, you ain't got a boyfriend. You see where I'm going? Make it fun, guys. Just because you're not a person that goes to the club, they might be. Those are things. Don't change that person. And guys, don't let them change just because you don't like something to your standards. If they don't meet your standards, why are you dating them? Why are you wasting their time? Don't get with somebody because you go, oh, I know he a cheater, or I know she's a cheater. I heard she's a cheater and always a cheater, but I'm gonna change her. Don't do that, because it will not go well. And don't be afraid to disagree, as I have mentioned before. You have to be consistent in having to justify who you are, what you do, and where you go. That's a no. I should be able to say, babe, I'm going, I'm going to shoot pool. I'm going to play ball. I'm going to go. I have a fraternity meeting. I'm out. I gotta go. Yes, tell the person what you're doing, but should there be 20 questions of why you got to go? Why you put that shirt on? Why you smelling like that? Come on. Joke wise, I understand. But when you know that this is a serious situation and she always on you about, well, why you got to hang out with them? If she not hanging out with her girlfriends, encourage her to hang out with her girlfriends too. Don't just make it one-sided. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you feel like you're being heard. If you feel like you're unheard and unable to communicate in what you want, how am I supposed to make you happy? Here's the thing, and this is something I took from Dr. Phil, and I'm gonna give him credit for this because he did say it. Of course, we need to give people credit when they say stuff. Dr. Phil said, and this is what he says, and I take this because I stand in a masculine role. Okay. He is a man. I'm not trying to be a man. I stand in a masculine role. And we'll talk about roles on another show. Um, but when it comes down, the statement that he made was, I wake up every morning and I ask myself, what can I do today to make her smile? That statement right there is where I stand on that wholeheartedly. I wake up, if I have a partner, I've got a girlfriend, I'm going to be like, what can I do today to make her happy? That means that I'm going to say stuff like, hey, I might send her, shoot her a text. I might do anything. I want her to feel like she can tell me anything. I am that person, that I am her soulmate. I am her other half. I'm a part of her. She's a part of me. I want her to know that if I'm sad, I want to be able to come to her and say, here's why. I had a bad day. How was your day? Sometimes just hearing about her day will make my day better, right? So I want her to feel like she's heard and able to communicate with me on what she wants. Because if I don't know what she wants, I'm gonna do some dumb shit that she don't really want. Why would I buy her chocolate and she wanted a rose? Listen, and I'm gonna rephrase that, because if you didn't hear what she told you she wanted for Valentine's Day, you about to fuck your whole life up, guys. You about to mess up everything. That whole baby. Let me tell you, and I can say this as a when I was a younger stud, getting in when I was in a relationship and I was younger, I wasn't paying no attention. I wasn't listening. I get her what I wanted to get her. And you can't do that because you want to give her what she's wanting. And she's gonna tell you, please understand, these women today, they're gonna tell you what they want. But you gotta be able to hear and not just you gotta listen. Let me rephrase that. You can't just hear them. You have to listen to what they're saying. Because sometimes they tell you what they want for Valentine's Day in November the year before, or they'll mention something, or they'll say something like, such and such did this for their girlfriend. Oh, for their anniversary, they did such and such. Wow, they went on a trip. Oh, wow. You know how to come on, guys. Y'all know how females are. We know how films are in this world. They gonna give you the hint. They giving you everything. But if you're not listening and you just heard them, you gonna miss the boat. So again, make sure she feels like you that she can be heard and she has the ability to communicate with what she wants, because you're gonna be there to listen. And it is vice versa. It is the same, it's reciprocated the other way around as well. Make sure you're heard, okay? And that you're able to communicate with what you want. All right. When you find yourself making a mistake, or making excuses for your partner, well, she just kind of do that. We be joking. Nah, no, that's unhealthy. Let me joke. I'm not even gonna go no further. It's unhealthy. It's unhealthy because you allow her to. And once again, I said the word allow. I can't do to you anything that you don't allow me to do. And I'm not going to allow you to embarrass me or for me to give you excuses for either bad behavior or shitty ass behavior because I want to be with you. I can be by myself. And that's something that people fail to realize. If you cannot be in a healthy relationship, then be honest with yourself and say, I don't want to be in a relationship at all. And I'd rather be by my damn self. Because please know, I can do bad all by myself. I don't need help. If I want to cuss myself, I can look in the mirror and down myself. I don't need you to do it. Okay. So we got to look at things like that. You don't want anyone, if you don't have personal space or have to share everything with your partner and you feel isolated from your friends and family, as I mentioned, it's just you and her, just you and her, just you and her. She don't ever want you to go to why you got to go to your mama house? Why you doing? Please understand, I'm a mama's girl. I'm giving y'all my personal business. I'm a mama's baby. I'm a mama's girl. Now I'm down for my dad doing things for him. They call, oh, I'm moving. I have a child as well. He's 26 years old. I know he ain't really a child, a young man, a grown ass man. But let him call me and need me. I'm out. And I'm respectful to my partner to say my son needs me, my family needs me. And here's the other thing, and this is where we get into the boundaries. If I'm dating you, I'm telling you these things. You're going to know these things about me, that I'm a family oriented person. I love my family. My family little. I got a little family. It's a small family. I got a lot of cousins though. So that's big. That makes my family big. But when it comes down to the immediate people right around me, my mama, daddy, and my child, that's my family right there. My two besties. There you go. That's it. That's my family off the rip. Then we go out of that circle, we go into my cousins. Okay. I got two cousins, one's in Virginia, one's in Florida. Love them to death. Those, they right here. Then I got some in South Georgia. They right here. They're the next phase of the circle. If that's who I am, I have to articulate that and communicate that to the person who's trying to be with me. All right. That means I'm looking at them and I'm saying, hey, I gotta go be with my family. You can come. Some things, yes, my partner's gonna be able to come to. Some stuff I'm not, I don't take my partner to. Okay. First of all, if I'm dating you, you're not gonna be my mama for a minute. I got to really make sure you really the person that I'm trying, and a lot of y'all know this as well. You doing it too. You took you a couple of days before you introduced it to your friends, your homies, and your associates might have seen you out with her. But when it came down to your besties, your homies and your family, that might be 5 or 6, dates down the line. Children might be a month down the line because guess what? We don't introduce just anybody to our children. Those are some boundaries that we have to put in place. So if and I personally, for me, I like to have my personal space. I like being by myself. Doesn't mean that I'm doing anything I don't have no business. I'm still gonna respect my relationship. But sometimes I need to have my own space and get away from you. Missing you is a lovely thing. Y'all ever miss your partner? Let me explain what I mean by that. Your partner go on a business trip, you can't go, right? Because it's a business trip. She got shit she doing, right? She going being sexy and she wearing a suit stuff. You be like, oh my God, you just and then she smell good, she look good. You be like, oh, you're such a boss. I love it when you wear that outfit and them heels. Oh my God. But she going on a business trip. You take her to the airport, you kiss her, baby, call me. I love you. Have a safe trip. Call me when we get in the hotel. She calls, I'm at the hotel, babe. You say, okay. That space that y'all had away from each other, it's amazing when she comes back. Okay. Your partner should not go to everything with you. Cause some stuff you just need to go, hey, I got to go with my homeboys with this. I got to go with my bros with this. Or I got to go with my best friends. We going to hang out. You got to have that you time. Even if you say, I'm going to the library, baby, you don't need to go to the library with me. I'm going to, especially when you tell them who you are. That's the thing. Tell them who you are. That's that part of trusting them with who you are and what you like. That's setting the boundaries. Letting them know I got to have space time. You want your girl to have space time. I'm going to tell you a prime example of space time for me. I tell people that I'm shallow, and I am. Okay. I used to, way back many, many moons ago, was okay with my partner taking her tracks out, taking her braids down, and having her hair stand on top of her head because she got to go to the salon the next day. I'm not okay with that now. I need you to go into the bathroom, handle your business, wrap your hair, and then I'm good. I don't need to see the process. I don't want to see the process. That means that the next morning, I want you to kiss me on my forehead and say, babe, I'm going to the salon. Okay. I am not going to the salon with you. I don't want to go to the salon with you. I don't want to take your braids down. I will pay somebody to take your braids. I'll pay the salon lady to take your braids down, but I'm not doing it. Okay. So when I say all of that, I say that to me, she goes and does her thing. She needs that time. Let that woman go and get her nails and feet and done and her hair done. Because when she come back, she looks fucking amazing. You understand what I'm saying? She is on it. Sexy. You go, oh my God, I like that hairstyle. She does those things because she knows how you're going to react. She wants that. But if I go with you, I'm sitting in the salon for 5 hours, 20 hours, because the appointment's at 9, but she ain't gonna get home. She ain't gonna get finished until like 5 o'clock because her and Keisha got shit to talk about. Girl, did you know I was there? While she doing her hair, putting the perm in it or whatever it is women do these days to get their hair done, putting the lace front on. She gluing, she talking about something, my man did this or my girlfriend did that. Ugh, I don't want to be involved in all of that. I want you to have that time to yourself. That's that woman's free time. She want to go to the spa and get a massage after she get her hair done or before she get her hair done. That's her time. Y'all need to have me time. You do your thing. She does hers. You come back. We go have dinner together. We go to the movies together. That's what we do. All right. So, and if you feel trapped, if you're at a point where you feel stifled and trapped in the relationship and you only care you care for only your partner and you're neglecting yourself, unhealthy. That's why I say you got to make sure you have the time for you and that the time away from each other. Do stuff. You can always do stuff where I got my own thing I'm gonna do today. You got your own thing you gonna do today, and then we gonna come together. And because I want to hear how your day went. How was the salon? What did you and Keisha have to talk about? Maybe she want to share that with. Did you know that such and such and such and such broke up? I didn't know that. Not to, and deep in your mind, you're thinking, I don't even know who the hell these people are. But guess what? My baby want to talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. Go ahead, girl. Talk to me about it. That's what you're looking for. Okay. That's healthiness. That's part of communication. So being in a healthy relationship means that we're taking responsibility for my actions and my feelings. Being in a healthy relationship means I'm respecting each other's needs and the right for privacy. Practicing safe sex. What does that mean? Let's talk. We're gonna talk about that when we get into the kink. Or safe sex in a gay relationship. I'm gonna drop some jewels on some of these studs that don't even know it. When you pull out your strap, please use a condom. And you go, but I can't get her pregnant. Let me break that down to you real quick. This is called, I'm going to take a time out from the healthy relationship and we're going to do a PSA. If you use a strap on your female, please use a condom. Let me explain why. That plastic has pores. Your girl, excuse me, your girlfriend has fluids. When you are having amazing sex with that woman and y'all are into it and you woo, when you don't have a condom, you are, even though this is the only person you've used that strap on, if you didn't use a condom the first time and then you use that strap on her again, even though you said you washed it, you can clean it all you want to. It has pores, which means it sucks in the bacteria, which means it's taking in the pH that she has at that time. Women's pH change like the web, like crazy. What her pH balance is in the morning, it's not the same at night. We are females. That means that even though I did it with you, you used the strap this morning. I washed it, and then we're gonna use the strap again tonight. Okay, her pH balance has changed, but we're not using a condom. I am still, them pores are taking the bacteria still from this morning and can be placed in her, and then she wondering why she's not feeling well down below. Miss Coochie is not happy. We always like a Miss Coochie to be happy, okay? Miss Coochie got to stay happy. Because if Miss Coochie ain't happy, please understand you ain't getting to talk to Miss Coochie no more. Okay? FYI, get you a condom. If your girl is allergic to something, get what she's not allergic to. But you must use a condom on your strap. That's just my PSA for this moment. Let's get back to the healthy relationship. All right? Here's something that's interesting. You need to respect the sexual boundaries and physical space of your partner. What do I mean by that? If your partner is not into straps, guess what? You ain't into straps either. Don't try to coerce that young lady into letting you use a strap. She might do it one time because she's like, I love you, baby. And but if she might let you do it because it's you, because that's what you like. Because she heard you say, oh, I like to use a strap. She's like, oh, I'm not really into straps, but I'll let you do it. I'll let you do it this time. I'll let you do it one time, whatever. But if that's not her thing, find out what her thing is that you both are into. We're going to talk about that some more. All right. You can say no to sex. Did you all know that? Did y'all know that? That in a relationship, you can say no. I'm not. I'm not. And will it jeopardize my relationship? Absolutely not. It don't matter how horny my black ass is. If my woman says no, okay, cool. What's wrong? What's going on? She said, I'm tired. No problem. What else? And here's the thing. I'm gonna take some. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna give you some health relationship. Let's talk about. Let's quickly. We gonna and since we dabbed onto the sex page, let's talk about that real quick. Sex. Is sex intimacy? I can have sex and no intimacy, but can I have intimacy and no sex? Absolutely. And I can have sex with no intimacy, and I can have intimacy with no sex. I don't know if that made sense to anybody. Made sense to me. Here's how I look at it. Intimacy is what you want in your relationship. You want that, but you have to create it. It's every day. Every day. When I send her a text that says, I might send my woman a text that says, this morning I saw what you left out the house and you was looking gorgeous. That's building. That's building intimacy. Sending her a text saying, I miss you. I'm thinking about you. That's intimacy. That means when I get home, I've built that intimacy up with her, and I've built it up with me, that when we get home, I want her, she wants me. We can physically have sex. We can physically show each other our love for each other. But a lot of times my intimacy, if she says no, I don't want sex, then I want to be intimate with you. What does that mean? Can we spoon? Can we watch TV together? Can we cuddle? Can I kiss you on the forehead? I just want to kiss on you. Doesn't mean I want to have sex with you, right? So every single night, I might not have sex with my woman every single night. I hope that's not the case, but I'm just putting it out there. But I might have, there might just be that day, that time of the month. You never know. But you have to be aware of her boundaries, and you have to listen, and you have to, again, listen. Don't just hear her talking. Don't just look at her and see her lips moving because they're pretty. Pay attention to what the fuck she's saying. Take it in. Develop something, create something that'll give her the mood to create the intimacy. When you create the intimacy, baby, that's some good ass. That we will move along. You know what I'm saying. If you know, you know. If you don't know, get on board. Listen to what I'm telling you. I'm not steering you wrong. Share decisions about things that are going to affect each other and the relationship. And what I mean by that, if your family's going on a cruise and they want you to go and they don't want your partner to go because they don't know, you ain't introduced them to her, then maybe you need to introduce her to them. Or you need to say, hey, I'm bringing my partner. Is that all right? Don't you got it? And then you talk to her, hey, my family, or it's a family reunion. Sometimes your family, and we all know, come on now, we know sometimes we can't take our partner around our family because our family is still not comfortable with our sexuality, our preference in life that we choose. They okay to see us in a masculine form. They slowly digesting that pill that we making them swallow, because it is a hard pill for some people. Let's be real. If you're a girl and you've been a little girl, your granny pushed you in dresses, your mom put you in dresses, you was in the choir, you did tap and ballet, gymnastics, all those things I did. So I know that when I came out, I was already a tomboy, so it was a little bit easier. But when I came out and you are a girly girl going into a boyish format, you're changing who you are, you're getting more masculine toned and more identified under a masculine feel. That's hard for some parents and some family members to swallow. So they still adjusting to you. Then you're gonna bring your partner. They not ready. Sometimes they're not ready, and sometimes you don't want to subject your. Everybody got that auntie with a mouth. Come on now, everybody got an auntie with a mouth on her, and she's deemed to say anything. And you don't want to. You go. She's so nasty. I'm not gonna take my partner into that. So you might choose, but you got to have that discussion. You got to talk to your partner. You got to have those kinds of conversations, because her family. What if her family is very religious? And her family says, we want you at the family dinner. Your dad's retiring. She knows she can't bring you. She knows she can't bring you. You need to understand that and be supportive and go, babe, it's okay. I want you to have a great time with your family. Also, let me say this. Always encourage, always encourage your partner to spend time with their family. Even if you don't go, even if their family does accept you and wants you over there, sometimes your partner needs to just spend time with their mama. Go see your mama. Go see your dad. Go your dad doing such and such. Go hang out with you. That's a good thing. That's you understanding their need and their boundaries. And you also understand that is a plus in your favor, for you to be a person that says, I need you, go visit your mama. Have you called your mama? Yeah, you ain't spent time with your sister in a long time. Why y'all go do something? Shit, go to the movies with your sister. Go have mimosas with your sister. I don't know. But that's what you want to do. All right. You want to always resolve conflicts in a peaceful and nonviolent way. Let me break some down to you. You got a hot head, go get you some help. If you are a hothead, go get you some help. I used to have, and I still do, but I have the tools now. I have anger management issues, but I have tools now. I know who I am. That's number one. Always, once you know who you are, you can handle anything. So now I get mad, But I don't cross that line. I've never crossed that line with my partner. Let me just say that. I've always make sure that I keep myself understood. If I get angry and it gets too heated, I'm gonna walk away. Babe, I'm gonna go step out. I'm gonna go step outside, sit on my porch, and I'm gonna sit on my porch because I got stuff out on my porch. It's like my little sanctuary. I go sit out there, I can chill. Then I come back because while I'm chilling, I can process. Sometimes, and I don't want us to understand this. Sometimes you got to shut the fuck up. Don't comment at the time of the event, at the time of the situation. Don't say nothing because sometimes you're not ready. You just feeding off of emotion. Step back, step back, take a deep breath, process. Process what just was said to you, what you just heard before you speak. Everybody needs to do it. Everybody needs to do it. But because I'm speaking to my studs, be that stud that does that. Okay. Leave yourself room for growth. Okay. That means you got to learn. You learn about each other. Let me explain another part of this. Why I say that, because if and this is when you isolate yourselves to just each other, and then one of you decides, "Hey, I'm gonna go back to school." That person goes back to school. You didn't. Okay. They out there, they in class, they learning stuff. They come home, they start telling you, "Oh, guess what I learned in my psychology class? I learned that babies, blah 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 blah." You can't get an attitude because she's growing. If you stay stagnant or complacent in your job, in where you are, in your educational, in your learning, and she wants to grow because she's trying to get she's trying to get promoted for whatever it is, whatever she do, she trying to move to the next step. She trying to move to the next level. She's trying to level herself up. Please understand, do the same. Now, what could that be for you? It could be you working out. It could be you making a healthier you. That's whatever your goals are. She gonna support it, but you got to support hers. Don't let her go to school, learn, educate herself, and then you down her. I don't want to hear that shit, all that fucked up shit. I don't want that dumb shit. I don't want to. Don't do her like that. Take the time to know. Just sit down and listen to what the hell she learned today. Shit, you might learn something too. You might even be able to help her. Okay, those things, that's what you can do. That's supporting your partner. That's part of that. That's part of that honesty, trust, respect. That's major about that respect. And guess what? That's your communication, baby. That's your communication. That's you and her communicating. All right. Here's some more things. Being in a healthy relationship means loving, respect, taking care of yourself and your partner. Don't neglect you because you're giving everything to your partner. I heard somebody. I am not a religious person, but I do go to church when the Lord tells me I need to hear what that pastor has to say. Okay, and it happens. I remember going to church. I do not know which one it was because it's some many moons ago, and he talked about your wine skin pouring into people. I pour my wine into people. First of all, you got to be selective who you pour your wine into, because guess what? You could pour your wine into a piece of shit of a person. And guess what? You will not benefit from what you poured in. When we pour into someone, we are expecting something to come back to us. All right. And if I keep pouring into you, eventually that wineskin is empty and cannot pour into me. And if I can't pour back into myself, I cannot pour back into the wineskin to pour into you. So please make sure you understand that. All right. Take care of yourself and make that way you can take care of your partner. It's a two-way street, guys. She got to take care of you. You got to take care of her. All right. We want to be respectable. And we want to respect the individual of who she is. Embrace the differences. Hey, and I'm gonna put this on a very elementary level. If you're dating outside of your race, you must respect that other person's nationality, traditions, and culture. Do I understand it? No, but I have to respect it. If I date someone that is from Dubai, they have traditions, they got culture, they have ways that I don't, they have a whole conglomerate of different environment that I don't even know nothing about. Never experienced it. Okay. I was born in California, raised in Georgia. I'm a country kid. She don't know nothing about red beans and rice. She don't know nothing about cornbread. She don't know. We must, and it's very elementary here. I'm doing elementary level when I say this. Her how she grew up is different from how I grew up. I'm an only child. She might have grew up with 13, 14 people and 3 mommies. That's because her daddy had a lot of women. You know, he could marry a lot of. I'm just putting it out there. He could possibly have been a king, queen. I mean, a king or prince, and he could have married a lot of different. They might have different wives. I don't have that, so there's the difference there. But I must respect where she comes from, even though I might not understand it or agree with it. I must respect it, right? You must do that. Discussing things allows for differences of opinion. Yeah, I'm going back to that. I don't want nobody who agrees with every damn thing I say and every thought that I have and every opinion that I have and every viewpoint. Oh, how boring is that? She become a yes girl. I don't want that. I want her to say, that ain't how I see it. And we can have it. I'll be like, oh, so how do you see it? There we go. We got and her viewpoint might enlighten me on some things I didn't know about, and vice versa. Okay, expressing and listening to each other's feelings, needs, and desires. That's another way to bring in that healthy relationship. Now, what does that mean? That means opening up and being what? Vulnerable. Am I going to do that on the first day? Absolutely not. But once I get to know her, once we built that foundation, once it's established that yes, I do want to be with you. Yes, I am interested in knowing more about you. Yes, you do intrigue me. Once you get to that point, then yes, I should be able to express and I should be able to even listen to your feelings. You listening to mine. I should be able to express my feelings, my needs, and my desires, and vice versa. Also, I must trust that when I open up and become vulnerable in you and to you, I need to be able to trust. I need to be able to trust my partner all the way. Because if I can open up and be vulnerable, share my feelings, my needs, and my desires with you, give you my boundaries, and open up, excuse me, then guess what? We winning. We in it. We got a healthy relation. Excuse me, guys. I'm so sorry. We have a healthy relationship. When I'm listening to each other without judgment. That's and sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest with you. And right now in today's society, it's kind of hard to do. It's hard not to judge people. And I know we all say, "Oh, don't be judging." Come on, guys. I know I do. I judge. I'm not even gonna lie. Why tell a lie? I'm gonna be real. I judge, but I also have to understand I have to take a step back and go, oh, yeah, she was expressing something. She shared something with me that that maybe she has kept to herself for so long and she felt so comfortable that she could come to me and share that. Um, Bring it on, baby girl. Bring it on. I love it. I love it. All right. And then on top of this, let's be honest with each other. First of all, be honest with yourself. Always be honest with yourself, and then be honest with your partner. Okay. If you don't like something, say you don't like it. Don't hold that shit in and just let me keep doing what I'm doing and you don't like that. Say something. Because I'm gonna say something. I shouldn't just let you, if I don't like something that you're doing, then I should say something. If I don't like the way you spoke to me, well, why you say that? Why you put me in that kind of category? Why'd you feel that you could express it like that? Why you call me that name? Well, I don't understand. Ask some questions because we need to know. We need to be able to express ourselves. All right. Honesty. Being honest with your partner and yourself, it will bring you closer. Don't lie. Come on, guys. I know we dating and we tell we if y'all could see me, y'all, I'm holding my head because I know some of y'all right now, and I know somebody done pissed in the dating pool. I got it. I get it. But if we are in a relationship together, or we're trying to build a relationship, we're trying to be a healthy relationship, don't lie. If you ain't got no money, say you broke. Say, you know what? I had enough to take you out, but I can't do this. I can't take you to them fancy restaurants. I want to, and one day I will. You gotta be honest because you'll be surprised if the person really wants to be with you. They're gonna work with where they're gonna meet you where you are. I had somebody tell me that my unicorn, when she see me, when she finally meet me, she gonna meet me where I am, and she gonna be okay with that. And I just need to come the fuck on. Anyway, I'm just joking. Uh, but for real, be honest. Because, and this is again looking within yourself, making sure that you are honest with yourself. Don't put up facades that you cannot keep. And I tell people all the time, it's called party manners. Don't give me an illusion of who you are, right? And then can't live up to that. Be real. Give me who you really are. I'm gonna accept who you really are. And if it got flaws in it, please understand we all got flaws. Who ain't got a flaw? Jesus and God, the Holy Spirit. That's it. Everybody else around here on this earth, flawed. They are flawed. Now, do they know they flaws? Some people don't. Many of us do. You got to know your flaw, and you got to be honest about it. You got to be honest about what you don't have. Don't sugarcoat some shit. Don't try to flodge and make them think that you got big dollars, you big daddy, spin, and you not. If you ain't got a car, be honest. Baby, I ain't got no car. You still want to holler at me? I'm getting a car. I'm working. I fell short. This happened. I'm going through it. We all have been there. And if you're honest, you don't know what that woman might say to you. You don't know how that woman might open up doors for you. Because it all depends. No, you're not trying to get her to take care of you. No, you're not trying to get her money, but be honest. And money, I'm gonna tell you, one of the things in an unhealthy relationship is, and will break a relationship in a very quick way, is finances. And we'll talk about that another day. Just keep note. Finances will destroy your relationship. Finances, because if you're trying to build something, don't nobody want to be the one-sided. And me personally, I don't care if my partner makes more money than me. By all means, please make more money than me. I think that's great. I'm not jealous about that. What I want her to do is make sure that she can take care of things she wants. Okay. And what I mean by that is, if she want to go and get and buy a Louis, hey, I want to make sure if I'm not buying it for her, I want to make sure she can buy it for herself. There's some things that women want to do for themselves, and they don't really want us to do. But if you know the person, I want her to, when it comes to finances, I don't mind that she like I said, I don't mind if my woman makes more money than me. Okay, I'm in the nonprofit sector. 9 times out of 10, any woman that I start dating, she most likely will make more money than me, because when you're a nonprofit, you are doing work for the community, and your reward is not, it's minimal. It's minimal. I make a decent salary. I can deal with it. I own a home. Okay. So with that, I own a home. I got stuff. I can go travel when I want to. Is it right then? Like, is my money big and large? No, I have to plan shit out. Sometimes my budget is tight because I do a lot. I want to do a lot. I want to go travel. I want to go places. I want to see shit. So I planned all that out. So my budget is the way it is. So I might not be able to go to dinner every single week with you, or take you to dinner every single week. She might be able to. She might like, babe, we gonna go. I want to go to this restaurant. I'm paying. Okay. You gotta have that understanding. But if you're not communicating and you done told a lie, then when she finds out that's not truly who you are, it's disappointing. It hurts. So keep that in mind. Please keep that in mind. All right. Let's take a moment. Let's move. Now that we understand healthy relationship, we can add a little spice to the conversation real quick. I'm going to introduce you to, a lot of you all might not know a lot about kink, or intimacy, in a basis of what you like. A lot of us, and I'm going to say this in stud version, a lot of studs don't know what we like. We know what we don't like. I can tell you all day what I don't like. But then we say, well, what do you like for me to do to you? And please understand, your partner is wanting to please you. So she wants to know what it is how you want me to touch you. How you want me to nibble on your ear? You want me to kiss on your neck? If you don't know that you like those things, and a lot of studs don't know, let's just be real. A lot of us don't have a clue to the first what we like for our partners to do, because we so busy saying what we don't like. Oh, no, I don't like you doing this, and don't touch me there. And that don't mean touch me not. Please understand, I'm not talking about touch me not, because there's some of us, I'm not a touch me not. Now, we're going to have a discussion about that too, and I'll elaborate. But I'm not a touch me not, but you can't do everything to me. Okay? Some stuff I'm just not into. I'm gonna be real with you. Some stuff you can't do to me. It doesn't do a damn thing. And if you like it, I'm all for that. Go right ahead, baby. If we together on that kind of level, right? So when we talk about kink can, and this is something that can be just a little spicy to your own relationship. It probably might not even really be kink as much as it is just enjoying and experimenting within your relationship. Sometimes you got to do that. It's just like having date night. Really, I believe people have really gathered and really invest their time in understanding how important dating your spouse, dating your girlfriend is. Just because we are now married, or we're now dating, we're now in a relationship, doesn't mean I should stop dating you. And I believe we all have taken that in. We've all accepted that. We all do that. But is it always going out? No. Sometimes I might just decide I want to dress up. I love, me personally, I love Batman. So maybe I go and get me a suit, a Batman suit, show up at her job, or show up at her job while she's leaving. She's leaving, and I show up, be like, hey, take a picture, send her a picture of me in a Batman suit and say, I'm waiting for you at the house. Come on, girl. Or I might drive up and be like, get in the car in my Batman suit. Batman, get in the car. Anything like that is something that you is bringing it to you. It's like when you are doing and we're gonna go to calling it kink, is that this can include props, it includes costumes, sex roles. Prime example, and I know y'all are gonna know Usher's song Trade. They traded places, Trading Places, that's the name of the song. By Usher, it's Trading Places. Says, tonight you gonna do this and I'm gonna do this. You gonna open my door, I'm gonna get in the car, you gonna drive us, you gonna pay for the meal. You get what you wanna do. You can that's part of kink, baby. That's part of kink. That is part of it. Also, you are establishing and building intimacy in that process. You're creating and enhancing pleasure. You ain't know that, did you? But y'all about to go out there and buy all kinds of goddamn things, um, costumes and shit. You know what? It's like the sexy maid outfit. Some people, that's a nice thing to do. Your girl might think of that. She might deep down want to do that. Never thought she was comfortable enough. Never felt comfortable enough to say it to you. Step your game up, guys. Don't you fuck your girl one or two different directions. Yes, I said it like that because we grown. Don't you fuck her one or two different kind of ways. Be creative. Shit. Do some shit she ain't ever thought about. Do some shit you've been wanting to try to figure out. I wonder what happens if I do this. You never know. You creating and building that intimacy with her is amazing because it creates and enhances the pleasure. It enhances the pleasure and intimacy with both of you all. That means, and I know, and this is just me, uh, for my personal, is that if my partner is excited sexually and enhance and it is creating that intimacy, I'm getting pleasured as well. Please understand, if my partner is happy and she talking shit and she mad talking in my ear and she calling me poppy and all, woo, blow your head off. That's all I gotta say. Blow your head off. Okay. Um, these things can incorporate some what's the word I want to use? It can, by you creating a sense of intimacy and building the pleasure and enhancing the pleasure by doing possibly some kinky things. Let's just say you bought her this lingerie, so babe, put this on for me. By you doing that, you are incorporating. You can even have some fetishes. There are people that got feet fetishes. We've all heard about it. They like take pictures of your feet. Oh, I love the feet. You might just like to rub on her feet. That's your fetish. But you got to make sure that that's your fetish. What is her fetish? You can bring those to tell. What is she like? She might like to lick on, talk shit in your ear, kiss on your neck. Those are things you want her to be able to feel comfortable and open up to you and do. Here's a game that you can play. I'm gonna give y'all this. You can play this game. And I heard, and I've done it. Some other people I know have done it. That's how I learned it. Was they got naked, sat on their bed in Indian style, facing each other. They just looked at each other. Don't touch. Can't touch each other. Just look at each other. Don't say nothing. Just look at her. Look at her whole body. Look at her thighs. Look at her. That's an intimate moment right there. You are speaking to her. You are talking. She can hear you. You can hear her. The connection that you all will have, man. Anyway, let's move us along here. But you need to tap into something different. I'm gonna tell you, my last relationship, my partner was a um what the heck was it called? She was a dominatrix in a dungeon. So that means she was dominant. She ran, she did, she was not submissive, basically. So she did her thing in the dungeon. So she was very much a dominatrix, very dominant person in that particular environment. But she did not want to be a dominant in the bedroom, okay, with her partner. So when we got together, she was telling me about this, right? She was talking to me about it. So I said, I ain't really ever been in BDSM. I've never really thought about it. Never really thought about what those things entail. So I bought a book. Why not? I bought a book about being a master. I started reading it. I started taking elements out of it and developing it within me, and realized that, one, I am very much into the master thing, love doing it, but it's on my level. It's not on a traditional level, it's on the level that works for me. Okay. So also, I realized that I'm a primal. Primal means that I'm very animalistic when it comes to sexual and being in that environment. So my intimacy, my my movements, my touch, my feel, all those things are more animalistic on that level than anything else. So I am a very much a primal. So I learned these things by just what she said she was doing, what she liked at that time. So when we got together, the intimacy was so powerful because of what she was into and what I learned that I am now into. So take a moment, look at those things, add, and I'm not, and here's the thing, don't be afraid to add toys to this kinkiness. Add them toys to that shit. You know what I'm saying? Add it. Be mindful of it. You know what I'm saying? Test out shit together. Go to the sex store, buy shit, and say, let's try this out. Anal beads. I had a female that I dated. She had her own anal beads, but she wanted me to put them in. So we did that. Never once have I ever encountered that until I met her. It was amazing. The intensity of what she experienced was so incredible for me that I got into it with her. No, I did not do the anal beads. Was not what I mean. I mean the sensation, the sensuality that she experienced. I was able to experience with her as I pulled those beads out. That connection, we were looking eye and eye together. That is an amazing thing to do. Okay, try some shit. Just go to the store and buy some with the hot gel that you put on, your area, and try things. That's part of your kink. That's part of experimenting in terms of what you all like to do. That also creates a healthy relationship because you got to communicate, baby. You got to trust. You got to be honest, and you got to have respect. When we get into this piece of that person giving you her body and you giving her your body, we got to have that foundation solid. You understand? Now, don't get me wrong. I talk mad shit about first dates. Let me just say this, and you can hold it however you want. If I'm on a first date and it's a sexual tension, if it is sexual tension, and I am feeling her and she feeling me, and we on the first date, by all means, if you want to fuck, let's get it. First of all, I feel that that's an interview if you ask me anyway. I know a lot of people don't agree with me. And like I said, I talk mad shit because I also, when you get into the reality piece of it, I understand that I am giving a piece of myself to you. And I talk about that, guys, about the parachute. When you do a one night stand, you taking that person's essence, you giving them your essence. You putting their essence in your backpack. in your parachute. You throwing that, you going, hey, I was with you. And you do that 30 times, that backpack is that parachute that you pack now has other people's essence in it, and you have given yours. Same thing with that wineskin, guys. If you pour your sexualness into somebody else and you keep doing that with different people, you'll have none of your own, no of your own essence, but you got everybody else's. Just keep that in mind as we go forward. Now, if you're in the relationship, you already know what the deal is. And we go back to that because we are talking about healthy relationships. If you decide to know and understand about BDSM, by all means, get you some, get together. All right. And so I'm gonna give you a little insight of what BDS and what it means. It's bondage, discipline, dominate, dominance, I can't talk tonight. It's dominance and submission, slave and master, pseudo and masochistic. Those are the things that go into that. Now, I personally am not one that's deep into this, into BDSM, so I'm giving you surface information. You're going to have to do your own research. I'm just telling you that and this is this is my experience and knowledge that I've been given as a beginner, is what I'm gonna call this, beginner intro to BDSM. Sometimes you hear the words tops and bottoms. Okay, that's the same thing. I consider myself, if we have to give that kind of top, kind of label, I'm a top. Okay, my partner is gonna be a bottom. I don't deal, because I'm not, and this is just me. I'm not stud on stud. If you're stud on stud, these things that I'm talking about still apply. Okay, if you are a stud that dates trans men, trans women, uh bio women, you, all of that, what I'm talking about tonight still applies. It still applies. Okay, and so you want to, and again, I'm gonna be real with you, I am not the expert on BDSM. Okay, so what I want you to understand is that what I have learned, I'm going to share a little bit with you. When it comes, what I know about, when, for me, BDSM, we must have negotiation. Okay, we must have that discussion about it, especially if you're into the whips and you're into the deep part of it. I am not. Yes, I am a master. There's some things that I do, but it's not something, and we have that discussion because it's on a sexual level. It is on a pleasure level. It is, I don't do whips. I'm not a big fan of it. I don't get into it. Some people do. Some people do a lot. So I don't do bondage. I'm not gonna tie you to the ceiling. No, I'm not gonna tie you to the chandeliers. We're not doing that, and you're not doing me like that. But if we don't have that discussion, we'll never be able to negotiate what we do want and what we do possibly like and what we do want to experiment with, and with each other. Okay. um and please note, if you're stepping into BDSM, you're going to need to take it serious. It's a lot to it. It's a lot of formation. It's a lot of understanding. It's not simple to saying, oh, let me beat you with a whip or let me whip you with a whip. It's not like that. You must have some things you got to know and understand, several different things about it. But on a surface level, I'm going to say this, kink for me, kinky, I'm going to say kinky and not kink. So kinky is a major, it to me is a big part of understanding your relationship, understanding and having that conversation. So now that I've told you about healthy relationship, we've had a little discussion about kinkiness or just trying toys or whatever. Let's have a quick understanding of, are you present in your relationship? We talk about you already in the relationship. Okay. So far it is healthy. It's a good relationship. You have conversation, everything, but are you present? And what does that mean? That means that, do you notice? Do you notice that she changed her hair last Saturday? Do you notice that she got a pimple on her face? Did you notice that she hasn't been sleeping well? Have you know you that's being present in the relationship? That you aren't just, because we get into it. Let's be real. First 3 months, it's exciting. We fucking like rabbits. I'm wherever you going. I'm with you. I'm doing whatever you want to do. I'm everywhere. Wherever you at, I'm there. Oh, we always together. And I know your routine. We've been, and then we've been together for 6 months. Let's say we've been together for 6 months. We slowed down on the sex. Why? Because I know you. We're comfortable. Do not get complacent in your comfortableness with that person. Why do I say that? Because then we get in a routine. and I know you're with me. We go to bed. I sleep on my side. You sleep on your side. I throw my arm over you at 3 o'clock. I snore at 6. You get up. You go to work. All right, babe. Talk to you later. I get up. I go to work. That right there means I'm just here. The relationship is just driving. It's on autopilot. I done pushed the button, but I'm not present. I'm not present. Okay. We do date night, but I'm on my phone. We do date night, but she taking pictures of the food. Or we do date night, she don't say nothing. We don't have no more conversation. We ain't talking. We not doing nothing. We just existing. And that's the other question. Are you living or are you existing? And if you are existing, then you're not present in your relationship. How do we fix that? You gotta look at yourself in the mirror and say, look, better fucking wake up, because here's the thing. And I don't mean this in the fact that like your woman ain't gonna tell you look good. You need to tell your woman she look good. Cause somebody gonna, if you don't, what's the motto? Say it with me. What you won't do, another motherfucker will. And we don't need that. Who needs that kind of headache? I don't have time for that. This is who I love. I'm invested in her. She's invested in me. Show her that. And yes, it's work. Let's just be real about some shit. Being in a relationship, it's work. Who told you it wasn't work? They told you a lie. They told you a lie. To have a good, strong, positive, long-lasting relationship, don't think that these people who've been married for 50, 60, 35 years ain't did no work. You got to put in the work, and the work is pleasurable. The work is rewarding. The work is satisfying. I look at some things right now. There's some stuff I want to do when I get with my partner. I want to walk the beach with her. I never walked let me rephrase that. I've been to the beach with my partner. I've never walked on the beach holding her hand. I want to do that. I want to take pictures with my partner. There's a whole slew of of poses I want to do with my partner. You know what I'm saying? So ask yourself, and here's the catch. If you are existing, then you are not present in your relationship, which means your relationship is redundant, which means that somebody is not being fulfilled. The meaning that if we don't stop having sex, why? Why am I no longer physically wanting you? Why are you no longer physically wanting me? And I understand we had an argument. That shit, and I'm gonna put it like this, and I don't want to know what y'all think. Definitely take this statement I'm about to make offline and find out. And I want y'all to come back and tell me what y'all found out. If we have an argument earlier in the day, and it could be anything at all, and you say, "Oh, I'm going." Let's just say in the morning, we getting ready for work. We have a little argument. You say something. I go, no, I don't agree with that. No, that ain't how this gonna work. No, no. And she go, yes, yes. And I go, no, no. And then she said, I don't even want to hear. I'm going to work. Bye. I'm gonna say, I love you. And she go, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. And she gonna walk out the door. She's gonna get her car. She's gonna go to work. I'm gonna go to work. Around lunchtime, I'm gonna hit her up. What you having for lunch? I miss you. She'll say, I have a cup of coffee, 2 donuts. What you want? I'm busy. Okay. I'm still gonna say something. I'm gonna wait 3 o'clock. I'm gonna say something else. Okay. I'm gonna say something else to her. We get home, and please understand, our intimacy is not affected by that argument. I'm still gonna want to have sex with you. I'm still gonna want to cuddle with you. I'm still gonna want to touch on you. I'm still gonna love on you. Even if you mad, be mad. Sometimes, look, get close, listen. Sometimes that angry sex, she mad at you, but you not mad at her. Sometimes that shit can be sexy. All right. Now I ain't say violence. I ain't say she violent, want to slap shit at you. That's a whole different thing. Leave her alone. Don't say nothing. If she is mad as Cooter Brown, she mad as, 2B's about to kill you, then yeah, you might want to take a moment and step back. Let her have her space. Let her get over that. Don't push the envelope. But if you know it's just a nothing really, because you listen to her, and this is how you know that you are present in the relationship. Because when you had that argument, you understood when she left, she was just pissed. She wasn't mad. that means she'll get over it, right? You know when your woman mad, and you need to sleep on the couch. You know, that's a whole different ball game. Don't go do what I just said. Don't go try to hug and love on her because you get your eye black. I'm just joking. But nevertheless, if you are listening to your woman, you are present in the relationship, you have healthy communication, then guess what? You fucking tonight. Because we ain't gonna let that argument affect our intimacy. We're not gonna let that argument affect our desire to want to be with each other. Okay. So I've said a lot tonight. I've said a whole bunch. And I hope that this was helpful. And once again, take it offline. Be present in your relationship. Be adventurous. Send us some, you know what? Be creative in what you do in your relationship. Okay. Sometimes you can go and just buy fun little trinkets that you know she'll like, that she can put on her desk for Valentine's Day. It could represent whatever the holiday is. It could be for Halloween. It could be for 4th of July, whatever. Put a little box together, send it to her job. Have it delivered if you want to. You deliver it. Get you a little delivery outfit, little shirt, get you some dickies, put them on. Excuse me. Go and deliver the package like you don't know who she is. Ma'am, I have a delivery for you. I have a delivery for such and such. And then just look at her. You know what I'm saying? Or just show up at a job and take her to lunch. Or show up at a job and bring her lunch. You feel what I'm saying? That is how you keep the fire. This is work. It's work. It is a two-way street. But guess what? I'm not talking to femmes. I'm talking to my studs. So we have to be the bigger part. Do what you need to do. If you want that woman, you need to want that woman just like you want it. That's what I'm looking for. I want to be able to have that same want that I wanted her when I saw her 50 years down the line. 50 years. When we've been together for 30 years. I want to still hit that ass. I'm gonna slap on her ass and be like, baby, I love you, just like I did the first day I met. That's being present in your relationship. That's having a healthy relationship. Is it gonna always be pretty and beautiful and sexy and intimate? Hell no. Hell no. Because you two people. You're different. And that's what but if you got that strong foundation, first of all, if you got a strong, positive, healthy foundation that you all have built together, then you're never going to wonder if she's looking at somebody else. Okay. And I'll tell you, me personally, if you are who I have decided to be with, I can't even tell you if somebody hit on me. I have no idea because guess what? I'm focused on you. I don't see no other women. I see you. I am a polite person. So I open the door for any woman that's around. I'm gonna open the door for my woman. She's gonna walk through. If there's another woman walking up, I'm gonna still hold that door and be like, come on, ma'am, you come on through. That's just because I'm polite. Do I want her? Absolutely not. I got a healthy, strong relationship with my woman. She don't even think she know that, hey, Cupid, Amber's out there opening the door for the woman that was behind her because that's the kind of person that she is. But she don't want that woman. There would never be a doubt in your woman's mind that you are cheating or that or that another woman can get your attention. Never. And by you doing what you need to do, making sure you have communication, honesty, trust, and respect in the foundation built of your relationship, she ain't ever gonna think you're never gonna think about her stepping out on you either. If you are present in your relationship, if you are doing things to make sure she knows that you appreciate her, please, guys, every time I don't care if she don't change the color of her hair, but every time she changes her hairstyle, acknowledge it. If she buys something new, is that new? That looking kind of sexy, that girl. Be careful. If she bought new shoes, notice that. If she bought a new lipstick, notice that. Because that means you are present in your relationship because you see stuff. You know to know when your woman is. I'm gonna tell you something. Was talking to someone, just talking. We were just getting started. We've probably been talking about maybe 2 weeks. And I called her and she answered the phone. And I said, when she finished talking, I said, what is wrong? And she burst into tears. She told me what happened. She said, how did you know something was wrong with me? Nobody's noticed that anything's wrong with me. I said, I can hear it in your voice. I know you. I pay attention. Bingo, there you go. When you call your woman on the phone and you can tell in her voice that her boss has irritated her ass and she about to say I'm out, you say, babe, let me take you to lunch. Where you want to go eat for dinner? It's on me. You gotta know your woman. Because if you know her, that means y'all communicating, you know her, you know how to be present in your relationship. So take it offline, guys. It has been a joy to have this conversation. The month of February, all I'm gonna be talking about is relationships, sex, fucking, the whole nine, dating. I'm gonna talk about all of it through the month of February because that's what this is. And I might do a little, I am also gonna do a little bit of Black history because there's some things that we as studs need to know. There were some studs way before us, and why we are able to do the things that we can do is because of what they went through. All right. So I tell you, once again, I challenge you, take the conversation that we've had today or that I've had with you, take it offline, share it with your other stud friends, share it with your film friends, get their opinions, come back to me. Let me know what you want to talk about. Let me know how you felt about this particular episode. All right. You all have a great rest of your week. Have an amazing weekend. Be blessed. Be safe. I'm out.